Facebook too. That's just I know, right?
You should see the Dragon Queen he's got on right now. It's beautiful.
Oh, he sends me stuff all the time. And I'm like, oh my God, knock it off.
I guess it's safe to say that between Pempe and Miss April, we have a gold and silver guy, right?
Yeah.
We have a concierge for gold and silver. I will make sure that all of you guys Patreon have access to that information. We buy so far a plethora of gold and silver, from bars to coins to just everything. And this guy is right on the mark. He's fair about pricing. He's fair about shipments. He's just a really good guy. His name is Jason.
No, his name's not Jason. Mark. There goes Jason. Speaking.
Okay, there goes Jason. I'm sorry, it's Mark. I'm sorry. Hold on, I'm gonna add him, Pepe. Hold on. Hey, bro, you there? Hey, you there, bro?
He's live.
We live.
You live?
Like when at 143.
Hi, Jason.
Hey, Jason. The combo continues. Man, this is a lot of fun.
Anything for AZ?
Hey.
What's up, Pippi? What's going on, BJ?
Jason, are you getting my links?
Yes, I got it.
Okay, awesome. Because what I've been doing is sending it to you directly on Facebook. So sometimes in the Twitter group, like, you know, you don't get that private link, you get that Patreon link. So if you could always check in your Facebook, we always try to look out for you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
no problem.
Yeah, that's straight love, because man, you have done more. Okay, yes, I can do that for Juanita.
What's wrong?
Juanita said she's having a little bit of trouble with Telegram. Can I tell her how it works on Trump? Yes.
I don't know if you guys are set up on Brave yet, but I got a lot of people saying they want to, you know how the coins come, they want to kick them over in your direction. But are you set up yet?
No, not yet. Mr. Brando hasn't given me a break yet. I will get to it, Pepe.
I'm just saying, though, that's a lot of free love.
Look, you need to talk to me offline. Okay?
What are y'all talking about?
Nothing.
Miss April got work to do. She can't be over here just chilling.
And Pepe throwing me work, so I don't need him telling the business online.
Okay.
Especially not in front of Mr. Brando, because he don't, he don't give a sister no rest.
None. Around here we work. Now, let's continue our conversation, but let's just be a little bit more candid. We're amongst our friends, and we are with the biggest gang in the business. We're about to hit 100 subs. We're well over 4,300 subs in YouTube. We're a platform that is unfortunately recognized.
You mean Patreon? We're almost at 100.
We're almost at 100. I'm going to check the numbers, but we're almost at 100. And on here, we are able to talk more candidly about what our investment strategy truly is.
Right.
Because we're not afraid, right? And there goes Babe. Is Babe in there?
Yeah, Babe's in there.
Babe's in there. Good.
Bethany, she said her husband got 8 Chinese coins today. I wonder what kind of.
I saw them. 1848s, 1819s, 1814s. Mr. Lewis stacked up. Mr. Lewis did his thing today.
I think Lee, she posted the picture. Daisy, if you don't knock it off. I think she posted the picture of the coins in the crypto chat on Facebook. Lee.
You want to hear something crazy about Chinese coins? Listen to this. Mm-hmm. They actually have not a gold, not a silver coin, but they mint these copper or brass coins that are worth more than gold and silver because there's only 30 they mint every year. But have you ever seen the details of the Chinese coins? So when you release them, and I don't think they do them every year, I think it's every 5 years, to be honest with you. When they do, they only release 30 of these mints. People go crazy for them, and they are more valuable. Again, we talk about this when it comes to gold and when it comes to silver or anything else. Mm-hmm. Something is only worth as much as somebody will pay for it, but everybody, numismatic collectors, what we look for is low mintage coins. So everybody that is a real numismatic collectors, we know, hey, when these coins come out, there's only 30. So you try to jump all over them real quick because you can get them for like about $200. But then you know what happens. Once they are sold out, then they sell for several thousand. So you know, really, I don't know.
So I got a question about gold and silver, right? We know that gold is highly priced. It's kind of like Bitcoin. What's your question?
I gotta go downstairs to the laptop to the last video we created, so we,
from Google.
Go ahead. Do your thing. Okay, I got some technical stuff going on here. So we know that gold is priced about maybe a little bit right or a little bit under. Pempe or Jason? Pempe, I know you want to go first. Is what's a better buy right now, gold or silver?
Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, you'll hear a bunch of people come. The way they answer this is you'll have a wide variety of answers for this. But for me, I use data. You know how I am. I do all my research and everything. So if you got like 2 minutes, I'll explain to you real quick. And that is this: gold and silver usually were pretty close in value. Over the last, few years, what happened was a huge separation. Silver's being drastically suppressed. Okay, so what had happened was this: people wanted to buy a bunch of gold. Countries that started dumping their silver on the markets, they dumped billions of ounces on the market because the government just lost interest in it and decided to stack up on silver. The problem is this: there is 10 times more gold that has been physically mined than silver, and silver is second in commercial usage only to oil. So what's happening now as the commercial use increases and governments are like, wait a minute, we actually do need the silver, but now most of the silver is in the hands of private collectors. So the value is going to shoot up. Although JP Morgan was smart enough to really stock up on it, they are the only entity out there that's really packed up on it. So my long answer to the short question is this: buy if you can afford it, try to get about at least 20 ounces of gold, but you definitely want 1,000 ounces of silver. In my opinion, sometime within the next several years, you're going to see either silver match gold in value or pass it up, just because of the scarcity of it.
Jason, are you collecting gold and silver?
Yes, I am. Just like Pimpy, I'm very, very, very hard on the silver. How do I explain this? Actually, my family's been doing it for more than 40 years already.
Nice.
Wow, yeah. Nice.
You want to hear something crazy, Jason? I got a friend of mine, right? He's a hardcore collector. He's rich, so he could do this. So me and him shoot the shit all the time, and we're talking. And I know he has a lot of gold, and I also know he has a lot of silver. But I never actually asked him. And he's got his own channel on here. He's a big-time guy. So me and him, just one day I said to him, I said, dude, how much? He goes, I've been collecting silver since 1973. I said, how much silver do you have? He said, I have 3.5 tons of silver.
Tons?
And 600 tons and 600 pounds of gold. I was like, holy, I knew he had a lot of money, but I said, holy crap. He goes, Lee, I've been doing this a long time. You got to remember that. So you know what he has? You know those trucking containers? You seen those big square trucking containers? He lives in Britain. He has 2 of those buried randomly on his property somewhere that he stores all this in. And I was like, oh my God. Now I'm going to give you an idea how much money this guy has. He has one of the largest sovereign coin collections in the world. He's missing 3 key dates. And one time I was talking to him, I said, what happened? He goes, man, I was zeroing in on one of my key dates. I said, what happened? He goes, well, once the bid got to 60 million, I stopped. I was like, wait, what? The coin got to 60 million and he stopped. I was like, oh, that gave me an idea of how much money he had. You know what I mean?
Can I share this with you guys? I was not a big precious metal person until I met Pimpe and April and Jason. They swayed me over to the whole idea about not just wealth, but sovereign wealth. And so the only way to hedge against markets is to bet on precious metals. That's why I call this the Big Hedge 3, right? Because the idea here is that you're going to hedge against the markets and not using a digital platform, not using a fiat platform, but using gold and silver. Mm-hmm. Why should a person, okay, let me ask this question to both you guys. If I'm new to this place, I'm new to this, what's the very first thing I should buy? Should I try to go out and buy 1 gold brick and like 20 silver bricks, or should I buy fractional pieces? What should I do?
No, the right move is this, okay? Because this is, you got to think about, everybody. You listen to all the economists out there, all the so-called experts. We all know, based on certain habits within the market, whenever we're close to recession or whenever we see something happen worldwide, what's happening right now is happening worldwide. We are watching a worldwide crash getting ready to take place. And because of that, so you have to tell yourself, okay, how do I prepare to get through this? How do I get to the other side and come out shining? So when you said hedge your bets, or what you're doing is you're protecting your wealth, is what you're going to do. And how you do that is with physically holding and owning gold and silver. You got to stash it in your house. Now, the reason why fractionals are important is because I know people like, oh, I got a bunch of kilos. And I go, yeah, but what good is a kilo? Let's say the kilo's worth 100,000 when you come out on the other side. But, everybody's fighting in the streets for bread and stuff. And you get to the store and there's no currency because the currency's like in Venezuela is all in the streets. It's no good. But gold and silver is good. Are you going to trade a kilo for a loaf of bread? No. You have to have the small fractionals so that you can go and buy your necessities when you have an opportunity to. So you want to have smaller versions of silver, smaller versions of gold. And then I would tell people then stick to the ounces. Try not to get bigger than the ounces unless you're one of those big ballers. If you are, and you can afford, 100-ounce coins or, kilos, then by all means, get those, boo-boo, stack it up and hide it. But for the most part, you want to get nothing bigger than an ounce coins. And first and foremost, I would say buy your fractionals. Go on there, buy your dime size silvers, your quarter size silvers, your 50-cent size silvers. Do the same with these 1 gram squares. You remember we talked about these 1 gram squares of like gold? Grab a handful of them so you have them. If the crap hits the fan, you don't want to be trying to go to the store to grab a loaf of bread and milk with a 1-ounce coin, and a 1 ounce is worth $50,000. It's not worth it. You want like a tiny version of the gold and a tiny version of the silver.
Pimpe, what are the fractional amounts that you had me buy? You remember that? Was it 110?
Yeah, those little gram bars.
Okay, gram bars. That's what they were. Yeah. And so
the grams.
I got 50 gram bars for $92 off of, what is that? APMEX.com.
APMEX. Yeah.
Say it again.
APMEX. It's APMEX. Now, APMEX is a great place. They're trusted. They guarantee their stuff. That's why I don't mind. With them, you pay just a little bit more, but they also have a lot of more rare coins for us collectors. But I usually buy everything through them, or I will find a trusted person, like we talk about Mark, but for me, where I live, I try not to buy a lot over the internet where they have my information. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. My address, my social security, all of that. They have that. I try to limit that as much as possible. Now, I live in Gold Rush country in California, which is the Sierra foothills. I have 3 stores around me in which the people sell gold and silver. over the counter. So I could take in cash and they will give it to me. There's no paper trail of what I do. I pay them cash. They give me the gold. They give me the silver. I've been doing business with them for a long time. So a big bulk of that happens through them. But I do store up on like my 1 ounce bars or my 1 ounce silver rounds through AppMix whenever they run out. But for the most part, I'd rather go to them first and drain them of whatever they got.
Good morning, Tyree.
Jason, do you have anything that you wanted to add?
Reaper. Yeah, Jason. What's your strategy what's your strategy?
With me, because like I said, my family's been doing this, and I never really understood, why my mom was collecting all these things. We've got bags and just like, goodness gracious, like coins, that go from like the 1800s. Yeah, like, how did you get these things? So we've been storing them. She goes, well, you never know when you might need it. I'm like, well, what do you mean? We got money, or dollars, and in physical. But she said, you never know. And
no, you don't. But I want to show you why gold and silver, their values continue to hold through time. I'm going to give you 2 quick examples. Let's talk about silver. You hear all these Democrats talking about, I don't mean the way it sounds, but let me get it out. Democrats talking about they want $15 an ounce, right? We want the living wage. But here's the funny thing. We stopped making silver coins back in 1964. In 1964, there were 90% silver. So in order to get $15 worth of silver, you needed to get paid $1.50 in quarters. It has a melt value of $15. Do you see what I'm saying? So people are like, hey, we could, if we would have stayed in the silver realm, see how back then people were getting paid $1.50 an hour, but that same value of where that $1.50 is, which is $15, if you take the melt value out of it, it's equivalent to what they want today. Now, let me give you one other example. We talked about this a couple of times. Back in 1913, gold was $20 an ounce. You could buy a house for $3,500,
right?
Which means you would have needed 175 ounces to buy that house. Now let's pretend like you've never added and you still have that same 175 ounces today, right? Today, it's still worth the house because it's worth $1,300 an ounce, which is $227,500. That's the same as a house. Do you see how the weight never changed? You still have your 175 ounces like you did then. You could buy a house then. You could buy a house now. It continues and always will, like silver. They will always carry their value through time. It's been that way since.
Correct.
Yeah.
Now,
since the dawn of time.
So
that's how you preserve your wealth.
Well, let me say this. So I got involved in silver long ago, 2017, not that long ago. But through speaking with Pimpe, like he's giving me certain numbers, and my goal for obtaining silver is 1,000 ounces. Correct, Pimpe?
Yeah, that's their goal. Yep.
And then I'm gonna have fractionals, and I started buying ounces. And let me tell you, ladies, we like pretty things, and I have to say that Pimpe's advice was for me to buy bars, fractionals. Don't worry about what they look like, but there are certain ones he told me to buy, basically. And I'm sorry, ladies, when you get to shopping, there are some gorgeous, beautiful coins out there that you're going to be tempted with. And then even once we share our private guy we buy through, he's going to tempt you, ladies. And it's always the beautiful coins that are the most attractive.
Oh, they're beautiful.
They're gorgeous. And they're 1 ounce. Most of them are 1 ounce coins. You can buy some 2 ounce coins. But let me tell you, ladies.
Just so everybody is aware, when I first was talking to Miss Phoebe about this, I said, look, this happens with all women. Once they start getting into the numismatic side of coin collecting, which means you're looking at the low mintage, the beauty of the coin, the artwork of the coin, the rarity of the coin. So it's not just the metal that you're investing in, but you're investing into artwork. And she's like, what? And I was like, no, there's a reason why I didn't want to show her. I know from just dealing and teaching women about it, they get hooked. It's like accessories to them. And then I said, okay, look. And then we started looking at coins together. Oh, I knew it. There's some really gorgeous coins out there. Power Coin puts out these 3D coins. They're absolutely gorgeous. They put out arts of work.
There's this turtle coin I bought, beautiful.
The Fiji coin, yeah.
Yes, and then this kangaroo coin. I felt like this was perfect for Mr. Brando.
Yeah.
And tell them, hey guys, can I share this with them?
Go ahead.
The kangaroo coins that you guys see that are these.
Those are Perth Mint coins.
Right. So you're going to get a minute coin, each of you, once you've been a member for 2 months or longer. And once you stayed a kangaroo member for at least 6 months or longer, me and Lee's helping me, okay? Uncle Luke's helping me.
We just say we'll pick out something else special. Let's leave it at that.
Done.
And
but I got something super special for
But
y'all.
ladies, I go back to the beauty of these coins, man. There's a Somalian coin that I'm so attracted to. I had to pick up a few of those. And let me tell you, I'm still not at my 1,000 ounces yet. I constantly get distracted.
Oh, there's a Rwanda coin I want so bad.
And that thing is what, $7,000?
Yeah, it's 5,000 liters, but they only make, it's a 1 ounce gold Rwanda coin. They only make anywhere between 30 to 50 a year.
So
that's it. Very limited.
So I want to go back to how many ounces we should hold. So we should hold 1,000 ounces in silver. Now, how many ounces should we hold in gold?
You're trying to get to 20.
20 ounces.
Now that's expensive.
That's very expensive.
That's why it's usually less, but you start working on it is what you do.
Yes. And so here's the other thing. So when you give out these numbers, we need to get those fractionals. We need to get those bars first before we go to the collectible coins, correct?
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, I would say hit your goal first. That you hit your goal. Everybody's gonna have different goal ones, but I'm saying this. For those of you who don't have a lot of money and you're trying to ride this wave that's getting ready to come, it's going to be an economical crash. It is. If you're trying to ride that wave and come out the other side sitting pretty, because the gold and silver, where they're currently sitting at value-wise right now, is not going to be the same when we come out on the other side. That I can guarantee it. It's going to shoot up.
So, and when he said gold, he means GOAL, not gold. So we got to hit that gold first, ladies, because I'm telling you, it's been hard for me. I have not hit my gold yet, but I'm attracted to some of the most beautiful coins. Now, Mr. Brando, what were you going to say?
I have a question. What about buying platinum coins or palladium coins or something like that? What about that stuff?
Yeah, platinum actually at one time was actually a lot more valuable than gold. It was the first time, and it happened this year, it was the first time that the value went up and passed gold. Now, I don't know where it is now because I wasn't paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
Those, I think, you're going to, collecting those types of coins might carry a lot more numismatic value than it would metal value, only because there's not a lot of those coins made. They don't make a lot of platinum. They don't make a lot of palladiums, those types of things like that. So the mintages will be lower. So they might be good if you're a numismatic collector. Now, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about when I say numismatic, here's what happens. You have coin collectors. These are people that don't care about the condition of the coins. They have these little things, and they're just trying to fill in all the years so they can say they have them, whether they're pennies or whatever. Then you have what's called stackers. These people stack the coins because they love the metal value, whether it's gold, whether it's silver. You'll see the numismatic collectors, when we watch stackers handle coins, it drives us insane because they'll pick them up with their bare hands, and when you do that, it tarnishes the metal, but they don't care. All they care about is the actual metal value. And they'll cling them on the tables, and they'll bounce them around and fling them, and it drives us insane. Numismatic collectors collect because we like both the metal value to them, the rarity of them, the beauty of them, the artwork, the history. So we want perfect coins, as perfect as you could possibly get. So for those of you who don't know this, you can get your coin graded. The highest score you can get is from PCGS, which is a 70. Which is a 70 grade. That's the highest grade you can get. And those are really hard to get. But those are the types of coins that numismatic collectors want. We want 70 grade scores. So that's the kinds of coins we love to collect.
I got one more question. So can you systematically, let me ask you this question. Why would I buy a bunch of gold and a bunch of silver if I already possess stuff like digital currency? What's the advantage of buying digital currency as opposed to buying gold or silver? What's the advantage?
Oh man, these people out there that are really they're crypto maniacs. These people swearing up and down that cryptocurrencies are the new gold. That's not going to happen. I do believe there's a short-term period in which people can make a lot of money off cryptocurrencies if you really pay attention to what's going on. But I do not believe that is the gold of the future, nor do I think it's the currency of the future. There's many reasons why, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I'm not saying don't buy none. Have some, but when it gets to a certain value, I would take 80% out. Like when this dinar thing happens, or when this dong thing happens, that money is not sitting in my bank account. There's no way in God's green earth that's going to happen. I'm going to take 80% of it and dump it into my gold and silver. So not only am I going to meet my gold and silver goals, but I'm going to surpass it. This is how I intend to preserve my wealth at all times. But, the rest of the money I'll use to play with, a little bit on, cryptocurrencies and a little bit more on other foreign currencies. But, cryptos, there's all kinds of people swearing up and down that it's the next gold, and they make this comparison. But here's the thing you don't understand. If the electricity goes out and I have gold and you have cryptocurrency, guess who's going to get food? Not you. If I have gold in my hand or at my house or silver at my house and somebody hacks your account, guess who's going to have money for food for my family? Not you. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Now people are going to say, oh, this and that. I'm just saying these things are possible out there. Wait, real quick. I just noticed that Maxwell posted palladium's at $1,400 right now an ounce. So it is higher than gold at this present moment. So see, yeah, I knew one of them went up there. So palladium coins, yeah, you could buy them. Numismatic collectors like those. They don't put a lot into them, but they do pick them up only because of the low mintage of them is what it is.
Jason, I got a question for you. Your family's been collecting gold and silver for years. When your mom and grandmom started collecting it, was it a hedge or was it just a good investment?
For them, it was just a great investment because, here on the island, and just like what Pimpy was saying, back then, before the Second World War, things were pretty simple over here, and the way living was very basic. They did a lot of trading, and that's why a lot of the families here know what the value of food is here.
Mm-hmm.
Because my grandfather would always he would always tell my brothers when they would work out on the ranch, they would say my grandfather would always say, like, if he would tease them about buying things like that, like, well, are you going to be able to feed your family with that? Like, can you eat that record? Can you eat that CD or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
You don't make jokes like that. And they were like, man, Pop, don't say that. He goes, no. The way he was honest is that you have to think about surviving first before pleasure.
Yes.
And that's why when, our families collect all these coins, because like what he was saying, and they know what it's like, because remember when I told you my family's been through a war.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way to survive within families is, because families are like, well, what do you got to trade? Because I got to make sure my family lives too. So that's why, everybody on this island understands the value of food as well as trading.
And it is known worldwide.
That might be prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Every culture knows about gold and silver. Every culture does.
So
yeah.
So question for you guys. I'm hedging my bets. I'm a minimal dinar investor or dong investor. One of them hits. I've got, let's say, $100,000. How much gold, how much silver do I buy?
80-20 split. Take out 80% of your total value, then split that 80-20. And that's what you could buy in silver and in gold.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
Okay. Jason?
I'm kind of leaning towards that direction too, because remember when this is all over, like Pimpy said, it's going to shoot up, and you can always sell that back.
Yes.
Right.
Make
You can always
more
sell
money.
it.
Oh yeah, there's going to be exchange. People are like, "What do you do with it? Where do you take it to?" Well, when the crap first hits the fan, you might be dealing with some local people. If you don't know how to make your own bread or eat out of your own garden, you know what I mean. You're going to lose a little bit of your supply. Now, once we come out of this mess on the other side, there's always places in which they will buy gold and silver. Now, I have my own idea of where I think gold and silver are going to go as a value. So gold probably on the other side won't be as easy at first to part with, not until everything gets settled back down, but it won't lose its value. but you won't have as many places at first to do with your gold like you can silver. You know what I mean? So you might be, but
okay.
What just happened? Hello?
Are they there?
I think
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So question for you guys.
Josh, no, the world is not ending, but I do believe we're coming into a really bad economical crash. For those of you who are not familiar with the stock market, there is an indicator we look for that tells us and has told us 100% of the time that we are going into a recession. And that is when the short-term bond and the long-term bond cross paths and arch and become an inverted yield. That's a bad indicator, and it's already happened. But here's the kicker. It didn't just happen here in the United States. It's now hitting China, Japan, over in Britain. All of them now have experienced the inverted arch. And so that's the biggest indicator that eventually we're going to start heading down the hill.
Okay, Ron wants to know, should I buy gold and silver after the RI or try to buy some before?
Try to get it now if you can, but trust me, when that dinar hits, if you're running around and you're buying, really expensive homes, I in my opinion, I would hold off on homes. I really would, and only because I really believe the market is going to drop. You're going to lose about 40% of the value in the houses. You can just hang tight with some gold and silver, ride out for about 2-3 years at the worst case scenario, and then pick those same houses up for almost half the price you would have paid for. You can actually buy more houses and start investing back into real estate. Is what you should do, but stick with your gold and silver. Hold on to that because it's going to shoot up.
And one more question. This is for Miss BB. Can you give them a breakdown of what fractionals you bought?
I bought the 110 fractionals, and I'm trying to find my order now. I'm posting a link right now. This is my pretty Somalian coin I bought. It's a privy coin. I know I shouldn't show you guys that, but I couldn't resist. Now, let me find my fractional that I bought. And I bought 51 gram fractionals for like $92. So let me get there.
Okay, and can I tell you something? The reason why I'm buying you guys, all you Patreon people, a coin, because if you don't necessarily want to buy one, at least it pays for half of your subscription for a month. Do you see what I'm saying? Now you got to earn it.
At least you have one.
You start.
Hold on to that. It'll pay
right, it's a start.
And here's the thing. I don't know if most of you guys know. I think there's a link in the Patreon, and the link explains the U.S. debt, right? Mm-hmm. And how the amount of debt we have, 1 ounce of gold or 1 ounce of silver is worth $592. So, and that's what it's worth based on debt. Now, that's not what it's selling for today. So, silver is highly undervalued.
Harry. And JP Morgan is responsible for suppressing that.
So what's the true value of silver?
$592.
It should,
Wow.
Well, you can. The national debt clock is a good indicator of where it should be. So I think it has silver at like $500 an ounce, and it has gold at like $5,000 an ounce. But usually, the real ratio is usually 1 to 15 is what the real, and it has been for thousands of years. 15 to 1. So whatever 1 ounce of gold is should be the value of 15 ounces of silver. That's not where we are. I think we're 90 to 1 right now. So there's a lot of growth potential for silver. But here's what I want to say about this debt clock. When you go to there and it shows you where the real value of silver and gold should be, that thing is way off. Now multiply that times 3. It's probably closer to the real value of both the gold and the silver. That's more realistic.
Pimpe, let me say this real quick. So you guys, I just posted a link to the silver I bought. It was 1 ounce or 1 gram bars. And those 1 gram bars, it was 50 of them. And it looks like it came to 97. Let me look at my order again. I think it was $97 and some change for 50 of them. They're very, very tiny. But like when Pimpe talks about, if you needed to buy bread, you would use those 1 ounce grams, you know what I mean, over your 1 ounce bars. So that's kind of
use a little grams.
I'm sorry?
You would use a little grams, not the 1 ounce. You're right.
Right.
Gram bars,
Right. So I just posted that link, and I'm trying to, show you guys what I basically ordered.
Show my big boy. Show my big boy.
I have those same size bars in gold as well.
Yes, they do, but gold is a little pricey for my blood. Let me get my silver.
I think you can pick grams up for like about $45 right now.
Probably so, but I want to stock up on. I want to be chunky on my silver first. That's just me.
Yeah, that's the right move in my opinion.
Hold on, I'll throw this in there. Get chunky on silver, get skinny on gold if you can. Buy what you can, and stack up on your dong.
Okay.
That's my investment advice for you. Get chunky on silver, get good on your gold, and go heavy on dong. Right?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, silver about a month and a half ago was just over $12. It's now over $15. So when I see that, it gets me mad. People are like, oh yeah, silver's moving. I go, no, I don't want it to go yet. I'm not where I want to be as far as my stacks. I'm excited for people who invest in it, but no, as a person who's still purchasing large amounts of it, if you're trying to get, let's say, if you're just starting today or a month ago, if you were just starting and you wanted to get your 1,000. Well, 1,000 ounces would have cost you like about $12,000, but now it's going to cost me $15 because it went up a couple bucks on the market. So it's like, so you want to jump on that. Gold has jumped up pretty good too.
And I just posted the other one I bought. Now this is just the collector in me. So I'm into cryptocurrency. So I bought a silver 1 ounce Bitcoin.
I got one.
Yeah, we both got it. Remember? Because you showed it to me.
There's a gold one. Did you know that?
Huh?
There's a gold one.
Oh yeah, I know there's a gold one, but like I said, gold's too pricey for my blood. I gotta crawl.
Let's talk about that. I don't know how many people know this out there. For you numismatic collectors, but check this out. When Bitcoin first came out, they actually had a silver and gold physical coin that they sold. And check this out. In those coins, it had a chip. And in the chip stored 10 Bitcoins. So each Bitcoin that they sold stored 10 actual Bitcoins in like a computer chip inside the coin. So you see that the Bitcoin right now, one coin's worth $10,000. So right now, if you had one of those coins, it's worth $100,000. And you know who bought them all? Numismatic collectors, not crypto people. Numismatic people were like, whoa, what is this? This is unique. And they grabbed a lot of them. They're out there. People are selling them. You get lucky. You'll see some out there.
Hey, Josh. I'm sorry. Hey, Josh, check out the links in the chat. I posted the fractionals I purchased. I posted the Bitcoin I purchased, and I posted the Somalian coin I purchased. I also went through a personal dealer. He doesn't have a website. I'll reach out to you guys later on the Patreon group, and I'll give you that information.
Now, is there anything else you guys want to leave them with real quick? Jason? Hold on, Jason. Jason, go first. Jason, go first.
The dong, like what you're talking about, is a very good investment. I mean, we're in it with the dinar, but man, if you can get the dong, you're basically getting over, way over 100 times worth your money back when you put that in for the RV. It's just astronomically awesome.
I'm big on dong.
Yeah, I'm bullish on dong too.
Bullish. I'm also.
I think this weekend. I think we talked about this. Iraq has already, in our opinions, filled the spots. I think this weekend we'll probably hear the announcement about it. Right. We know that they did extend. That's an article is out. They extended the session for 30 more days. But in the article talks about the reason for that is they want to finalize these laws. So that's all being done. So the cabinet members and the laws, and we all know what else goes along with that. So people are saying, "Hey, do you know when?" Well, no, there's no way to really know when because there's a lot of reasons why we thought it was going to go in April and it didn't happen. Mm-hmm. But there's plenty more reasons to think it should be going here pretty soon. Again, we don't want to.
Oh, can I say something? I have something to confess. So I had to confess, and I told Pimpe about this, and Mr. Brando knows. Jason, I don't think you know. So,
hold on. Rob says, still figuring out, not seeing the post. So how do they see the post? It's in the live chat the
okay, hold on. So who said that? I'm sorry.
Rob Dina is saying he can't see where to buy gold or silver real quick.
Because he has to go into the live chat.
Joe is the same way.
Hold on. So I am about to post.
Just go to Amex.
No, I'm about to. So everybody in Patreon can see equally. I'm about to do a post on where to buy silver. So give me a second and go out to the post area where to buy silver. And I'll leave you guys links there. The silver I bought, it's on AmpMix. Is that how I say it, Pimpe?
Yeah, AmpMix.
Okay. And you guys can go there. I want you guys to be able to buy your fractionals and everything you need to get right. So I want to make sure we're all on an even playing field here. So give me 1 second.
Yeah, when you go to that website, there's a drop-down menu, and they have a bunch of different things that you can play around with. For those of you who are just trying to stack before you get into the numismatic side, just when you see go to silver, get a drop-down bar. You have them by rounds. They're just round silver coins, or by bars, by weight for both of them, and just start stacking up. If you start playing around with the mintages, because they have purrs, they have a bunch of different ones. They have the one
privy.
Yeah. Oh, privy coins. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and then oh my God, I love the. So you're gonna be talking about them, but on there they have some kookaburra coins that I absolutely love. High relief. They're 2 ounce high proof. Beautiful coins.
So,
they're gorgeous.
So Pimpe, let me tell them real quick. So I just posted it out there. It says where to buy silver, and I was respectful because I don't want to post the pretty coins. I only posted the fractional gram bars and the regular 1 ounce bars. But let me go back to my story because I have a confession to make since Jason was talking about dong. So I'm a firm believer that the dong will come in. The question is, I'm kind of hedging my bet, right? Mr. Brando believes it will come in at how much?
42 cents to 50 cents.
Pimpe, you believe it's coming in at what?
I said it's going to be anywhere between 42 cents and $1.12, but
the low
I had
side.
a feeling that it would probably more likely come somewhere around 4 cents to 5 cents.
Okay.
More realistic is where they'll negotiate for.
Okay. And Jason, what do you think it'll be coming in at? That was the mistake. Jason?
I'm looking at somewhere over the dollar range.
Okay.
Because there's been a lot of, all kinds of crazy things just like, man, I mean, it's like Vietnam's just coming out of the woodwork with not only trade agreements with countries all over the world.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you saw the last post that I actually put about them was they just rolled out their vehicles now. They're manufacturing their own line of cars.
Oh, vehicles, yeah.
And buses. Yeah. And
well, not just that, but in the past 2.5 months, they signed almost 3 trillion in trade agreements altogether.
So,
and that's huge.
Let me go back to my story and what I confessed to. So me and Mr. Brando had decided on a number that we would buy of dong, Vietnamese dong. But I felt like we needed to hedge our bet. And so I'm like, worst case scenario, and I'm not saying any of these guys are wrong, but worst case scenario, 4 or 5 cents. If the dong came in 4 or 5 cents, will you be happy? And you have to ask yourself that question. So, we had planned on a number. And so here every payday, I've been kind of sneaking into the bank buying more dong. And so, I had that moment and I had picked up my dong before we went to Vegas. So I had to confess that I had been buying dong under Mr. Brando's nose.
Secretly.
Because here's my thought process. I wanted to get us to 50 million dong, right? Because at 50 million dong, if it goes for 4 cents, 5 cents, do the math, people. That's $2 million at 4 cents, $2.5 million at 5 cents. So I kind of knew, I knew my strategy, my line of thinking. And so finally I had that moment. It was kind of after my dad's funeral. I was like, okay, I got to tell you something. And I told him. But the good thing is he kind of agreed with my thought process. Like, it's best to hedge your bet. So now I got him in it, and he's helping us get to basically to help us get to that 50 M's, because if we get there, worst case scenario, it goes for 4 or 5 cents, we could still run to the bank and be okay.
Uncle Luke, what's your POC, please?
POC?
My what?
Your POC, POC, please. It says Tyree says, what's your POC?
What's a POC?
I don't know.
Point of contact?
Point of purchase, maybe?
Point of contact, I would think. POC?
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Well,
So anyway, that's my confession. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so this is my last question before I close out for the night. I'm going to start this off a 3-part question for all of you guys. It's not a 3-part, meaning that I want each of you to answer it. I'm going to start with Jason, then Uncle Luke, then April.
Wait, before you ask, what's a whale in Dom? Tell me what is the dollar amount a whale in Dom?
100 million.
100 million? That's a whale?
A billion. I mean, a billion.
A billion. 1B?
1B behind your name.
Okay, go
You
ahead.
got a billion in dong, you're a whale to me.
Okay.
Just like I said, if you're a whale in dinar, you're at least 25 million to me.
Okay. Josh wants to know, when do you predict the dong moving?
I think I know what POC is. What is my personal contact information?
That's what I said.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
got it.
and for those of you, many of you guys know, I have my it's a political group. I have my own group on site Facebook. They know about that, and it's called The Hidden Things in Front of Your Eyes. For those of you, I'm on there all the time. We talk about everything under the sun, for that matter. But if you want to reach me, you can reach me over that way. Miss April and Mr. B know where to reach me at over there.
Okay, so the question was?
The question was, Jason, Pimp, April, you got $1 million, okay? You can only buy one. Are you buying gold or precious metals or buying digital currencies? Jason, go first.
That's a hard question.
No. You can only buy one.
Why one?
No, one. Only one. Jason, then Uncle Luke, April last, and I'm closing it out.
No, and I got to tell something.
Okay. Jason, what are you buying?
I'm out of one of those 3, I'm gonna buy silver.
Only silver.
That's what I would buy.
But so just precious metals in general, or
precious metals, you can buy gold, silver, whatever. I mean, you know what I mean. But I'm saying you're gonna buy precious metals or cryptocurrencies.
I would actually, yeah, I would buy the physical, tangible, precious metal silver.
I got it now.
Pimp, where you at, Uncle Luke?
Pimp with a limp.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, gold, silver. There's no doubt about it. There's not even a hesitation.
Y'all ain't no risk takers. Y'all ain't no gamblers. You ready for me, or you gonna go first or next? I'm buying Bitcoin and Litecoin, and I'm running to the bank, and I'm gonna keep cashing it, buying it, cashing it, buy it. Look at how Bitcoin moved. It started out $9,800 this morning. If I got an M and I put through it all that Bitcoin, it went all the way up to 10,500 today. So I'm walking out with a lot more M's in my purse. Thank you. I'm going shopping.
Do you want my answer?
Go ahead.
I'm buying Venezuelan Bolivar. I'm buying Venezuelan.
Where do you get that from? What's in that cup? What you drinking, Smokey? Venezuela.
Yeah.
You gonna lie?
I'm a fiat till I die.
Whatever. That's
Hey, you don't even have to buy it. You could go there and just grab it off the damn streets.
right. They giving that mess away.
And you guys, I'm just joking. If I was gonna buy anything, gold, silver, cryptos, Miss BB's gonna buy it behind my back anyway, so I might as well allow her to buy the digital currency.
You said the million was mine, so
it don't matter if it's mine, yours, or anybody else.
Look. I got that M. I'm gonna flip it in a day to 1.6, and I'm like, here you go, Big Papa. How about that?
Put that bread in my lap and don't talk about the cap. All right?
Crazy.
Your next move is your best move. Hey, I want to say thank you guys, man. It's 11 o'clock. I'm not trying to cut this short. We'll continue this conversation as we continue on our journey.
And I'm sorry, Josh, you had a question about fractionals, and I lost it now because
buy tenths, halves, quarters, just like you'd buy.
Get up to 1,000 ounces.
Yeah,
get chunky.
Get chunky, man. Get your sleeve on chill. And I love you guys, man. This conversation is hereby obeyed. Have a great weekend. We're going to talk more.
Kangaroo Crew, check out those links out there. Check out those posts. That's where you can buy silver. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Pimp.
Thanks for staying up late, guys. Have a great night, okay?
It's only 9 o'clock. What you talking about?
Man, go your butt to sleep on,
Hey,
man.
it's 11 o'clock. There might be some news on Iraq.
Might
I'll
be.
be looking right here in a couple minutes.
Man, y'all, good night, man. I love you guys, okay?
Love you guys.
Love you both, man, for real.
Have a good weekend.
Thank
y'all have a great
I'm
weekend.
sure we'll talk again soon.
We will talk this weekend probably. More than likely.
Yeah.
Every day, all day. I love you guys. Bye.
Bye.